Why?
Let's face Tuface, because I don't understand why Maka is saying that he spoke his truth. This man, I don't think he should go scot-free for what he has done, how he has, I think in my own heart, probably damaged this young woman.
How?
Because I feel that he has led her on.
How?
The truth is that maybe it was societal pressure that caused him to stay with this young woman. Maybe for whatever reason, at what point he needs to tell us society, because we're there when they were getting married, where the society was there. At what point did you say no more with Annie? At what point did you feel that you can desert Annie? What audacity do you have to say you are falling out of love for Annie?
Find her, right? Now, Natasha, on another hand, is a mature woman who knows herself. To be in politics is not an easy feat, right? If he is a runner. She knows herself. She knows what she wants. She has seen all the Red Sea.
31-year-old.
Yes, and she chooses that, okay, in this one, I want to play for whatever reason and for whatever period. She may want to, in her mind, she may want to play for just a few years. You know, just have the fun of it. Let's even taste this one. Everybody's, you know, dying for and all of that. And dump him afterwards. She may also continue. She may find love with him and all of that. But she looks like someone that has the capacity to take any trouble that is coming. So she knows already that there are children everywhere. There are babies, mamas everywhere. There's a wife somewhere. And she chooses to put her head. So she's good. We cannot even say that she will suffer that one. Anything she sees there, she has the capacity, I believe, to handle it. But what I'm seeing in this situation is, we also touched on the fact that the people around Annie did not give her the right advice as a young child. That's on one hand. I blame her parentage. I blame her society. I blame the people surrounding her at that time. And they may also have tried. Because growing up, I saw girls that fell in love with stupid boys. They will go and sleep there. Their parents will go with cane, with police. They still choose that I will die with these chooks. Or I will die with this Peter. There's nothing you can do when a woman chooses who they fall in love with. I blame her more because she was not the only person that started dating at 15. Some of us started at that age. Some started at 17. And some people were able at that age, and probably also because of maybe confidence from home or whatever it is, were able to decipher that this will not work for me, even at that early age. I've shared an experience here where my boyfriend said I should come and do blood oaths. I was 17 at the time, so that I would not run away from him. And I asked myself, blood oaths with who? What if I don't like you again tomorrow? I don't have any parents around me to advise me. I advised myself. So we should train our children enough to be able to take charge of what they want, know what they want, identify what they want, know what they want, even at an early age, so that you don't get into a relationship and you are constantly struggling, you are constantly crying, and you say it's love. If I cry 2 times for a man, I don't love you with that thing. Lessons full grant. Just be picking the one that resonates. Picking, and also help people, young people around you, not to make some certain mistakes. Now, what I see here is both of them are victims of their situationship. From the beginning, I wouldn't have called it a marriage, because I can't be in a relationship with you and you are busy dropping children outside and I am still loving you. I know the grace. I wouldn't have stayed, right? But she stayed through it all. She saw the red flags, the Red Sea, not even, Tuface is a walking Red Sea, not even red flag. She saw the Red Sea before she decided to tie the knot with him. Was she expecting him to change overnight? We need to understand that men don't change. They get worse with age. So the package you get from the beginning, you ask yourself, am I ready to deal with this? We've had, I remember the first time we talked about it, that Nima was saying that we've had mothers who stayed. They know that this one is a mad person. So I focus on my self-love, I focus on my children, I focus on my business, and I mind my business. Do you have the capacity to stay? That's the question you'll be asking yourself. Apparently, from if you look at their history and how she would go around, according to people, allegedly chasing girls, fighting them, eyeing them for looking at him and all of that, you will know that she does not have the capacity to collect all of this nonsense. But she stayed for whatever reason.
True love.
True love. I don't want to use the word that came to me so that they don't come after me again and say, you know, when somebody's down, feel for the person. But this is not love. It's not love. It's obsession. When you cannot give what you do not have. You cannot love somebody from an empty place. You have to be full to be able to give true love. You have to have loved yourself to be able to give true love. You can be in love with somebody and not end up with that person you love from afar, because you realize that you are not compatible, and that coming together will be toxic for your mental health. You love the person, but you let the person go. That's true love. So if she truly loved herself and she decided to give Tuface the true love, she wouldn't have stayed in that relationship. From that first belle where they give another person, that relationship would have ended. She may still have supported his career, do what she needed to do, but she will know that I cannot be in a whether partnership or relationship with this sort of person for my own sake. So she abandoned herself and focused on her obsession. And that's the result of what we're seeing today.
No, honestly, I mean, you make very good points. I would say, did she know herself? So even when we're talking medically, your frontal lobe does not even develop until you're well into your 20s. Then a man's own does not even develop. So I heard you say this relationship started at age 15. Come on. So he defined her from a young age. He was her definer. And so she didn't even know who she was or what she could be. Probably her likes and her predilections were governed by what he liked and what he gravitated towards. So at the end of the day, when everybody knows you or defines you by this relationship, then you're afraid to leave because it's like, who am I? Who am I going to go to? And, you know, the shame that comes along with that, especially when you're young. So for me, I'm like, man, I just hope that at this point she has come to know who she is.
Now?
And yes, now. Because I can't even hit her over the head because she's so young. And I know you were talking about it that, you know, her women, the women around her, who were the voices, who was her support system. I think that is so key.
Let me pause you for a second because I remember.
So our mothers are different.
My people. You called Hillary Clinton. She's coming from a place of empowerment and choice.
Thank you.
She sit down Gidigba, she sabi herself.
And she ran for president.
Do you know what
she
that
had an
is?
ambition.
See, it's so funny how we women, we need to choose what we want from this man. We say men lie, men are scum, men are the... Tuface don't come telling truth. Talk about CB. Put the cards on the table. You want to kill him? I appreciate a man that tells me, baby girl, I don't love you no more. I used to love you. I don't love you no more. I appreciate and respect that man that can tell me that so I can move on with my life. Not a man that holds me down because of what society says. You should respect that man. That is the truth. Tuface never lied. He did not come and pretend that he was a saint. He never promised Annie monogamy. He came and he showed you by words and action the man that he is. Why do you want him to change?
He can't.
What is your problem?
He can't.
I have love and empathy for Annie, but sister, he told you who he was. Why do you want him to be somebody else?
Okay, at this junction.
Enter.
At this junction, I'm for Annie.
You have to pick a side.
Yes, because all of us cannot just be facing front. Now we know what we do, women. We know when the choice has to be made between having a child. We know the burden. We know how it is to carry pregnancy. Me, for one, my mouth cannot even be sharp when they're talking about pregnancy and I'm saying ordinary pregnancy. I dare not. Not be for this, my mouth. It's not ordinary. It is a life or death for me. My eyes see some things. So I know what it is. And then I have a problem. I said it earlier. Annie does not have the proper mentors. I'm not dealing with you, Annie. I'm talking about the aunties, the mothers in your circle. Because life happened to our mothers before it happened to us. So they tell us how to deal with it when it comes to our turn. Thank you to my auntie. People who would... So I married at 26. Put my hand under the armpit and say, Didi, go. So what's your next plan? You are done crying. 2 days never reach you. Get up. What's your next plan? What is the next step? What is your future? You come, you see them. When life happens to them, they are willing to step back a bit, lose status a bit to regain status. You see how they, push themselves. And then you know that, how many men? 10 men die, all women standing. You can rise again. True. But the way she has dealt with the shocks of it to the point of substance abuse, it's because the women there did not tell her, no, it's not the solution.
That may not be the reason for the substance abuse.
But it was to release something. You know what I'm reading out? Let me read Auntie Natasha profile. Auntie Natasha is deputy majority leader. Hold on. Deputy majority leader in the State House of Assembly. She they call house, they ban her. As if she they bring trouble, only her working, all man trouble. She they come to House of Assembly, they ban her. Because she they wear shades.
Okay, now she wear that cap.
Now she wear shades. They ban her. She they only she won't trouble. Imagine that kind of thing. If you are not at par, you know, see that way I see your own people don't give you the windshields. I'm dealing with an Edo woman, you know, see windshield. They go hit you, something go pass through you.
I don't understand what she's saying.
Hold on. What has hit her is not ordinary.
Okay.
No, do you think it's about this lady?
It's not. No.
First of all, I believe strongly that Tuface is preparing for his retirement. Being the sole provider, of course, he has been the sole provider. And in between, Annie has also added value. It's not as if she sat back and that's it. She's intelligent. She has also added value to Tuface's life. We've heard stories that cannot be verified of the sacrifices here and there. And of course, there are other women too who invested in the life of Tuface. Yes, some of them have children for Tuface. As it is right now, Tuface is no longer the baller. How many songs? What does Tuface have right now? Tuface is preparing for his future. Yes, Tuface is preparing for his future. Like, is preparing for his retirement. Tuface does not have that kind of cash that you think he has. He doesn't have that anymore. A lot is happening. A lot is happening and you might never know the depth of it. You might never know the depth of it. If you've listened to our guests, you've listened to the women of The View, you've heard what they have to say. Let us delve into some little pointers here. Although I'm going to speak in a certain way and I'm going to present it in a certain way, we cannot always put faults on one person, on one gender. It is not supposed to be. There are a lot of complexity. There are a lot of things. A lot and a lot. I know it's hurtful. It's so sad. But then, men have been raised to be strong. Men have been raised to absorb everything that comes. Absorb it, absorb, and keep it like that's it. Now, in this case, a lot of people will be quick to say, is it not Tuface that is going up and down, choking and benching women? What can you do with a 15-year-old girl or 16? That's the question. You heard what some of those ladies said. They said the parents, and we know that these things happen. A lot of young girls, ladies, started dating at the age of 14, 15, 16. They started dating 20-something. It is something that we know. It is something that we know. Is it illegal? Yes, according to the law, it is illegal for you to date an underage. But these things happen. It is all over the place. You see a 20-year-old, a 19-year-old dating a 16-year-old. It's like there's no difference between it. Like, oh, she's 16, 17, 18, 19. Like, it's all over the place. So Tuface was like 20-something, whilst she was in that, very, very small age. That very small age. Somehow it seems Tuface knows how to get younger women. Welcome back. I am very sure that some women out there will not buy into the conversation that is going on right now about Tuface and the honorable. So not so long ago, Tuface proposed or celebrated or wants us to know that he has a baby coming in some couple of months. The woman in question is a politician. She is a majority representative or leader in the South, I don't know if we call it the Southwest, but it is a state called Edo. She is Honorable Natasha Osawaru. Now, Tuface, I believe, is planning for his retirement. Now, let me break it down so you understand what this is all about. At times, you need to look out for yourself. No one will, particularly if you are the breadwinner. That is the truth of it. We all see the glitz and glamour from outside, but you don't know what is really happening inside. And there is a saying that it takes two to tango. Now, many people think that women all over the world are vulnerable. No, not always. Sometimes men are also vulnerable. In general, anyone can be vulnerable. And there are times that we go in with a certain intent, maybe a short-term intent, and then we get hooked into it. Let us ask ourselves this question. What is the need of signing, taking an oath, thumb printing when you get married? It is more like a contract. That is what it is. Now, there are contracts that last forever, and there are contracts that break in between. In the case of Tuface, Idibia wanted. Tuface wanted a lot of wants. Now, something happened in between, and Tuface felt, you know what? I cannot proceed anymore. And I think my fame, glamour, glitz, money is dwindling. Let us be sincere. How many hits? How many songs? Movies? Endorsement? Tuface is no longer the Tuface of whatever. It's just that Tuface came at that moment, that period, that Nigerians were looking away slowly from the United States of America entertainment scene. Nigeria was slowly weaning itself off from the hook. They were slowly stopping, like, we are not buying American music. Now, you see what's happening. Americans are looking for Nigerians to partner with, to collabo. It's not a joke. So Tuface came at that point, at that period. They came with their own style. Afrofusion, R&B, and all of that. They came with theirs. They came with theirs. You see? So, what do you think? Tuface will always remain in the hearts of people all over Nigeria. And within himself, he knows that he is slowly losing it. Slowly losing it. The little fame, little money that he has, he wants to take advantage of it and use it well. I'm not saying that Tuface will be begging from hand to mouth, but the way Tuface will ball when things were good, Tuface can no longer ball that way. He can't. And with Idibia, things are constantly becoming messy. Imagine living your life and all that you are reminded of is your escapades or your activity, all because someone that, she saw what was happening. She saw that Tuface was rolling with Annie's elder sisters. I'm not saying biological. I mean, let's say Annie was 16. Let's put it that way. Annie was 16, 17. Tuface was rolling with people in his age bracket back then. But Annie remained. Infatuation, love, whatever. She remained. She got older, and Tuface gave her the ring. Tuface didn't give any other person ring. Tuface gave her the ring. I don't know if it's supposed to be for better, forever, or whatever. I don't know. I'm not going to live their life for them, so they have to choose. But it seems it became a pain on Tuface every day. Annie became uncontrollable, aggressive, angry. You have to be for me alone. You can't be with that person. Annie refused polygamy. Now, that's not, something to force on anyone. Tuface appears to be maybe a kind of man that loves that kind of thing. But now, maybe Tuface has gotten to a point in his life. He does not want to kind of, he doesn't want to continue with this kind of life anymore, where Idibia is always on his neck, pressing his neck, chaotic here and there. He doesn't want that anymore. Like, you know what? Enough is enough. I need to live my life and allow ourselves to breathe. It is better we are alive than one person unaliving. So he made his decision. Now, some people are saying, oh, Natasha is the one that broke their... What Natasha? Which Natasha? Tuface was already with other women before Idibia. And when Idibia came into the picture, Tuface was rolling with the aunties of Idibia, elder sisters of Idibia, people that are far, far older than Idibia. Idibia saw all of this. I know two wrongs don't make a right. But for me, I will support separation, divorce, over unaliving each other due to irreconcilable differences or some unresolved trauma or anger or whatever. I prefer that. So Annie met this lady born 1994. She's in her 30s, 31 or 32 or thereabout. She's not a young woman, but compared to the age of Tuface, Tuface is 49. For Tuface to have found this one, not because she's broke, this is someone who has acquired experience and achieved for herself. She must have met men, and maybe she felt like, okay, this Tuface, let's see what's there. This Tuface will maybe help me fly my color even more. And Tuface kept on like, you know what? You are the only one that will save me from this mess. You are the only one. And the lady is like, you know what? I think Tuface will give me more profile. It could be that she wants to use the fame of Tuface. Now we're all talking about her. No one knew her before. Natasha. Who is Natasha? Oh, they say she's one of the grandchildren of one popular Beni Edo man or whatever. No one. But now we are talking about her. We are talking about her. Whenever you see Tuface, you see her. So she might also want to use Tuface to ride and fly or whatever. And she might just want to, you heard what this lady said, like she might say, okay, you know what? Let me just have 1 or 2 kids with this guy and move on. And she might get hooked. She's not blind. She's not blind. Same as Idibia. She knows. She saw it all. But let's say back then, Idibia didn't really have too much kind of like extra space for her to sit back, relax, or where to wriggle and make decisions for herself. Let's say her experience in life, the way she saw herself, the way she saw Tuface. But this lady, I don't think is the same. I'm hoping it's not. So people are like, oh, this lady, she has seen it all and she's ready to go all the way. That's the thing. She's ready to go all the way. All the way to achieve. All the way to attain. All the way to get whatever she wants to get. For me, there is nothing to talk about here. Nothing to talk about here. I'm sure she's going to ride and ride and ride and ride and ride on whatever she needs to ride upon. There's nothing anyone can do about it. Idibia can't stop whatever it is. You all can see that Tuface is really into this thing. Like, I don't know. Tuface is really into this, and it seems nothing whatsoever can stop Tuface until Tuface arrives where he wants to arrive. And there is one thing about Tuface, the way he goes about these women, you know. Imagine a 31-year-old lady it's a 31-year-old lady and 49. I know age might not really be the thing, but I mean, times have changed. Back then, age wasn't really that much, didn't really make much of a difference. As long as the guy is financially buoyant and things are fine, age wasn't really that much. I mean, finance was really the decision maker or deciding factor. Finance, the guy is fine. He already built himself. He's got his house and business. Everything is fine. You find age difference of 10 years, 11, at times even 12. You'll find that. But this lady is not broke. She's not broke. We are talking of 18 years difference. Tuface, I think 18 years. Yeah. Something like that. Tuface can conveniently give birth to this Natasha. Yes, Tuface at the age of 18, legal age, let's just put a legal age, Tuface can be the father of this girl, this lady, Natasha, 31. Tuface can conveniently be the father. In fact, if Tuface has started early, 18, Tuface will have a 31-year-old or even 30, which is not far from 31, or even 29. But this lady is ready to roll, ready to dine with Tuface. What do you think about it? She's not broke. She's a politician. She has access to a lot of money. Is it lack of men? Or she needs Tuface to shine? What do you think? Why will she be interested in Tuface? Drop your comment.